Dr. Das, I think we may start, sir. I request Dr. Das to please introduce the invited speaker.
Yeah. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. So, all year for more than months, we are celebrating and also commemorating the 50 year of PTC. And today we have the sixth lecture of the series, PTC lecture series. And today we have Mr. Abdullah Rashid Nasser Alkhadouri, the Director General of Oman Meteorology, and he will be today gracing this lecture series and giving the lecture about him. Actually, if I just tell that he is he got his masters from environmental science in Sultan Qaboos University, and he had vast experience of weather monitoring and forecasting, as well as managing weather climate disasters. He is also an expert of aircraft accident investigation, and then he has experience on meteorological planning and business development. He will also receive a certificate of academic excellence from the Ambassador of Sultanate in USA in 2003. He is member of several national and international committees.
Right.
Now he is the Director General of Oman Meteorology, and he is also tasked in the development of Vision 2040 for the Oman Meteorology. Today, he will be discussing and giving us a view of the Oman weather and climate and history of the tropical cyclone, whichever is forming over the PTC and then impacting Oman. So we will learn from him his experience and whatever the development activity took place in Oman in terms of meteorology and cyclone forecasting. We welcome Mr. Abdullah.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ananda. Just to test my voice, is it reachable to everyone?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you again, Mr. Ananda, for this introducing. And thank you, Monica, for the following up and all efforts that have been made in the last weeks to make this lectures knowledge transfer to everyone, sharing experience to be in reality. And also, I would like to extend my thanking to Mr. Dr. Mohabatra and IMD, in particular, RSMC and WMO, to create such important initiative, where we can meet all together as nations, as international Met offices, to share our experiences about early warning centers, about the tropical cyclones, and all hazards. So we can also utilize and benefit from each other and from our experiences. Thank you again for letting me to take this minutes to share also the early warning center information in Oman. I will go directly to my presentation. My presentation will divide hopefully in two parts. We will see if there is enough time also to present the next part, which is special case about the tropical cyclone Shaheen that affected Oman in 2021. If there is a time, I will show that case study. But before that, I will give brief information about the early warning center of Oman and the Oman Met Office, and how we behave and how we what we do during the effect of any tropical cyclones. I will give you also here, since a lot of my colleagues, they may listen to us right now, they don't know about Oman. I will give you some brief information about Oman. Here is Oman. This is Oman is one of the GCC Arabic countries. It is located on the southeast of Arabian Peninsula. The capital of Oman is Muscat, and the population in 2021 reaching 4.5 millions, right now above 5.2 millions people. And overall, the climate of Oman is divided in two main seasons. First season is summer. Summer in Oman extend from April into September, sometimes extend to October. And the other season is winter, and winter starts in Oman in December and January and February, and then first transitional period will be in March and mid of April. These are the season in Oman. During the summer we have hot, especially on during May and June, very hot weather. Temperatures can reach above 45 and sometimes reaching 50, 51. And cool and mild and sometimes cold, relatively cold during winter, reaching sometimes below 10 degrees. And the annual average rainfall is 100 millimeters as an average. Sometimes we get some years above than 100, and sometimes below 50, 40 millimeters. Overall, on average, the average temperature, annual rainfall is 100 millimeters. Here, as you see, Oman is can be affected by different environments. We have deserts in Oman. We have oceans, seas in front of Arabian Sea and Oman Sea, about 3,000 kilometers sea coastal lines. And also we have mountainous areas, mountains, high mountains. We have on the north of Oman chain of Al-Hajar mountains. The maximum height of that chain of mountains reaching 3 kilometers, where we sometimes we get snow on the top of those mountains. Also, we have southern chain of mountains where Salalah and Dhofar located on the south of Oman. That's the difference. The different environments also give us difficulties, kind of difficulties in forecasting the weather, because here we are talking about sea breeze, land breeze, mountains, valleys, desert. We have cyclones, affected by cyclones, tropical cyclones. We are affected by dust storms. We are affected by thunderstorms during summer. We are affected by fog patches. We are affected by fresh winds, downdrafts, microbursts. Also, we are affected by monsoonal weather on the southern part of Oman. During summer, the monsoon also reach the southern part of Oman, where is Salalah located. All these different environments make the weather is very enjoyable also, but it's difficult for us also. Yeah. Now I will give also some brief history of Oman Meteorological Services, where we were and how we continue and where we are now. In 18, the first weather station installed in Oman was in 1893, the establishment of the first weather station in Oman in Muscat. That's why we have one old documents and database of Muscat. Then we then 3 or 4 new stations had been established in Salala, Masira, Thamret, and a new one in Muscat. That's why the records also in Muscat began in 1942. In 1973, first observational and forecasting section has been established in Muscat International Airport. And this was then the first newborn of forecasting services provided in Muscat International Airport and for all Oman. Then in 1976, the first department, a whole department for Oman Met Office established as 3 sections, where forecasting section and system and maintenance section and observational section also. In 2008, we become directorate, DG Met, with 3 different departments: forecasting department and early warning, and technical services department, and R&D department. That's why we consider the new beginning of Oman Met Office in 2008. In 2015, also the official opening of the National Early Warning Center from the Multi-Hazards of Oman. That was in 2015. And from that year until now, we are working under the umbrella of the Early Warning Center, the National Early Warning Center from the Multi-Hazards. Here is the structure of DGMET. DGMET in Oman is under the Civil Aviation Authority as one of the main parts of the Civil Aviation Authority, CAA. And there are different parts also, like support services, air navigation, aviation regulation and strategic planning, and the quality and safety department. Here is the details of Oman Met Office, forecasting department, technical services department, research and development R&D department, and there are a lot of sections below each department. Also, we have another branch for the Oman Met Office in Muscat, located in Dhufar, Salala, in the southern part of Oman. Those are the 2 main branches that we provide weather services and weather forecasting observation services. We have different stations also located, manned stations in different main cities in Oman. I will explain them later on. What are the roles of Oman Met Office? Here are 4 main roles, responsibilities that we have to deliver it or to do it. First one, developing, implementing, and operating the national multi-hazard of early warning systems to protect lives and properties. We are here in the National Center of Early Warning Center is to save lives of the public and properties for the society and for the stakeholders. This is our main target. We are working and responsibility. The second responsibility is to establish and to operate meteorological observing systems and maintain a continuous, reliable, comprehensive historical meteorological records. These all information are very important to be documented, to be maintained. That's why DGMet, Oman Met Office, is responsible to maintain those systems and data on the best way. Third one is to conduct research to provide weather and climate information and consultation for relevant decision making. And that's why we have R&D department where we also looking for innovation, research as an important pillar to develop our Oman Met Office. The fourth responsibility for DGMet or Oman Met Office is to fulfill the relevant local and international commitments, including those under the Convention of WMO, ICAO, IOC, and UNESCO. And this is also very important. And we are sharing today our lecture to everyone as a commitment of Oman to share the knowledge to everyone and also to conduct and to help the international community for sharing their experience and information. This is also very important to everyone, so we can utilize from each other. Now, why we do care about developing our national early warning centers? And this is, I think, very simple question. Anyone can answer it. And just to make it very fast and quick, we start to develop the National Center of Early Warning Center before the crisis of Gono. But the real start of this development start after the crisis of Gono in 2007. And that comes because of it offers very crucial preparation time to save lives, as we mentioned before the impacts occurs. Also, it saves the probabilities and reduce the cost that can occur due to the impact of tropical cyclones or the different hazards. Here is the history, some of the history of the tropical super cyclones that affect Oman in the last years. The biggest one and the strongest one, the super cyclone of Gono. Unfortunately, in 2007, Oman hit strongly by the super cyclone Gono, and we lost there about more than 60 people died on that event. And we lost also, Oman lost a lot of money there, approximately 2 billion Omani riyals. That means about $5 billion US dollars. And tropical cyclone Fit 2010, also Oman hit strongly by Fit 2010, and the approximately economical losses there was about 330 million Omani riyals. That about $1 billion. And we lost, unfortunately, also 25 people. In 2018, also the southern part of Oman hit strongly by the cyclone of Mikono and we lost there 5 people, and the economical loss was 200 millions. In recently, before 2 years, Oman hit also strongly in the northern part by the tropical cyclone Shaheen, and that caused 3 people loss and lives, 3 people, and caused more than 200 millions or 1.150 to 200 million riyals. Now, after Oman hit strongly by the first super cyclone Gono 2007, everyone here in Oman Met Office, the government discussed how we can reduce the impact of the tropical cyclones in the nationally in Oman, the whole Oman. And from there, we define 3 main pillars. After the crisis of Gono 2007, we rebuilt the infrastructure of Oman Met Office. That comes the building capacity, and also we build strong integrated collaboration with the main stakeholders, and that collaboration also governed by very clear SOP, standard operation procedures. The third pillar where we care about is the awareness and preparedness, and this is very important for the public to be prepared, to be aware about the hazards that can be caused by the tropical cyclones. I will explain right now each one in the next slides how we developed our national center from 2007 until now, what are the capabilities and the strength of the center. Then I will explain the collaboration with the stakeholders, and at the last I will explain some initiatives and some efforts that the DGMET did on the last years and still going on, the awareness and preparedness. First one, building capacity. Oman Met Office, or the National Center of Early Warning, National Oman Center of Early Warning, start to launch a lot of major projects. Those projects related to enhance the whole observational systems and also the model capabilities. First of all, I will explain the observational systems that created from 2007 until now. We have number of marine stations. We have 75 weather surface station. We have HF wave radars, 6 of them, and we have sea level stations, 10 of sea level stations. We have 10 GPS stations. We have 2 main upper air station radio zones, and we have 5 weather radars. This is observational systems in the Oman Met Office. These are the observational network weather stations. It is located in different cities in Oman. These are the marine stations, and this are the wave radars, where we can detect the wave height and the wind's speed. These are the weather radars. There are right now 5 weather radars, and the 6th one will come here to cover Musandam area, hopefully by 24-25. So the number of weather radars will be 6. Here are the tsunami observation network monitoring systems. We have different stations in different parts of Oman. And also we have the satellites. We use right now Meteosat satellites. And also sometimes we use INSAT. These are the satellite applications. We use the satellite for different applications. They are, as you know, very important tools to be used. And also we have different applications from satellite that we use for, especially for tropical cyclones. These also very important tools. Here now also we use different capabilities of modeling. We have right now we are building 4 types of modeling: weather modeling, ocean models, flash floods guidance models, and dispersion models. Those numerical weather predictions or modeling capabilities detect different also hazards. For example, the tsunami. As you know, tsunami, we have risk to be affected by tsunami through Makran subduction zone. Fortunately, and thank to Allah that this subduction zone is not awake or it's not active. The last time was there in 1945 and caused tsunami affected Oman, also Pakistan, Iran, and north of India. And there was a big damage. There were big damages due to this tsunami. And because of the lack of the time, because if anything happened in this Makran subduction zone, only we have half an hour to warn and alert people. That's why awareness is very important for all the public who living on the coastal areas in northern of Oman and the southern of Oman. And we create clear standard operation procedures to warn the public and the stakeholders. And we sit together with our stakeholders in Oman, media, ROB, military side, everyone who is responsible for management, disaster management. We contact them and we sit in one table and we created one effective standard operating procedures, so each one knows his task if anything happened regarding the tsunami. Also, we have another hazard is tropical cyclones, which is the PTC is responsible for as a regional committee, and we pay a lot of attention to forecast and to strengthen our capabilities to forecast accurate information and weather forecast about the cyclones. And as if I go back to slides, as you see here, from 2007 until now, the economic losses went down from billions of dollars to only 200 millions. This is also a big achievement for the National Center of Oman National Center of Early Warning Systems. Also, if you see here, the deaths also went down sharply from above 60 deaths in 2007 in Gono to only 3 deaths in 2021. That was the last cyclone that affected north of Oman. Although Shaheen affected very dense areas of people, but Alhamdulillah, with accurate information, accurate response from the disaster committee and awareness of the people, the human loss reduced into only 3 people, and the economical loss less than 200 millions riyals. And the third hazard that can affect Oman is flash floods. Here, the flash floods, as I told you, Oman has big mountainous areas, and because of these steep mountains, there are a lot of flash floods can occur, especially during summer, during the thunderstorms happened afternoon during the topographic rain, and also during the winter. During winter, Oman can be affected by western disturbance, low pressures from the west, which originates in the Mediterranean Sea on the winter, then move gradually to the east and affect northern of Saudi, then UAE, then Oman. Sometimes these western disturbances are very, very strong and caused a lot of rain. Those heavy rains can cause very also fast running flash floods. And because of the villages just along the mountains, those people and houses can be affected by those flash floods. This is the third hazards that we concern also about, and we are now building new capabilities through the systems and through the tools, different tools integrated with other ministries, for example, water resources, to help us also in defining some low areas, so we can warn the people ahead before anything happen. Still, we are in the modeling capabilities, numerical weather modeling. Here are our capabilities. We have atmospheric Cosmo, atmospheric weather, to NWB. We use Cosmo 7 kilometers, and we have high resolution 2.8 kilometers. We use also tropical cyclones HWARF, and we use also wave models, the WAM. Also for the atmospheric models, we use ACMWF, and we use Global Forecast System, GFS. And also there are future projects that we are going to install UK Met Office, some of their numerical modeling to be run also in Oman in our center. So to see different products from different models and to create accurate forecast. Also, we are going to use data simulation and ensembling models. All these projects are coming in the near future. This is some maps from the numerical modeling. This is the tracking of trajectories. And this is our flash flood guidance, and now we are in the stage of improving the system. Also will be developed fully and operated by next year, inshallah, 2024. Now I will go very fast, quick. I know the time is, I don't know how much time, Ananda, I have.
You have time, so no issue, sir. You can continue.
Okay, now, okay, I
Okay.
will also just will be less, quick little bit. The second main pillar that we work on to develop Oman National Center of Early Warning Systems is the integration and the collaboration with the different stakeholders. And we work strongly on this part because it is very important. Once we do the alerts and warnings, if there is no integration and collaboration with the other entities, other stakeholders, then the benefits of these alerts, warnings will not be much important. That's why in GONO 2007, one of the lessons learned from that crisis, the integration between different parties that are responsible for managing the disaster on the Sultanate in the national community was very weak. And that's why we work hardly to strengthen this weakness. And we build from there strong network and governed also by defined and clear standard operation procedures. Therefore, each institute, each entity, governmental entity, military entity, community, they know now what to do if any tropical cyclone affect Oman. And to be honest, this is one of the successful stories that Oman did on the last years. And because of that, the economical losses reduces sharply from 2007 until today. Also, the deaths and the human loss reduced sharply from 2007. These are some of information also, and we take, it is a loop. As you see, it is a loop. This is every year we do exercises with our stakeholders, tabletop, sometimes drills, and then we take also feedback, and then we assess again and improve our SOP accordingly. Here is some of the tsunami also chain of warning and alerts, and all of the stakeholders, disaster management committee involved in each step, media involved in each step, also centers of Oman Royal Police in each city also involved. And this is also building bridges with the stakeholders, as I explained and mentioned. This is very important for any national center, early warning national center. They should build this kind of cooperation, collaboration, integration with the main stakeholders, especially disaster management committee. Now, third pillar that we focus on to build our national center of early warning systems is awareness and preparedness. And this part is focus on the public and the stakeholders. Every year we do lectures, we do drills, exercise involving sometimes the public, sometimes the stakeholders. We go to the schools, we go to the universities, we do some shows on the commercial markets. Also, we do a lot of things about awareness, and still we are working in this part. And this is very important also. As I told you, for in case of tsunami, we don't have time. We have only 25 minutes to alert people. That's why the first warning should be issued and disseminated in only 5 minutes. Therefore, the public should be prepared and aware before the incident happened. And that's why we are focusing to aware the public by different means, different tools. And we create different disseminations tools. For example, websites, app, and now we are using cell broadcast systems, CBS, SMS, and we have also we entered to the social media, Twitter or X right now they call it, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now we are reaching 1 million, about 1 million followers in Twitter. And we use also drills, national exercise, so to let also the public, the communities ready for any hazards. Also publications, there are a lot of publications. We are right now trying also to initiate and issue. And recently we created national initiative for awareness, big national initiative for awareness. This initiative is defined initiatives with specific KPIs, specific numbers, specific targets, and we this initiative will continue for the next 2 years. That's why we put a target in 2025. We expect that more than 70-80% of the Oman aware from the hazards that can be affected the Sultan. Yes, and then right now I'm finishing my first part, the general information about the National Center of Oman, National Center of Early Warning Systems. I hope that slides were very clear to you, and I'm going to stop right now here to answer some questions, or to, if you want me make any comments, more than welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Abdullah, and I request everyone in the chat box can put your comments up. You can directly ask questions, and also I request whoever is following the YouTube online, please check the questions from that also. We can forward that question to our eminent speaker. For now it is open for question. Please raise your hand so that we can know that you have question.
Yeah, Dr. Anand Mahapatra here.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
So at the outset, I congratulate and thank Director General of Oman Meteorological Department for excellent presentation and of course the excellent improvement in the cyclone forecasting, the weather forecasting of Oman. So it has brought out almost all aspects, starting with monitoring, observations, forecasting, early warning, preparedness, etc. So over the years also, there is state-of-art technology being used by Oman. And I hope today's lecture would have helped all the countries to have a glance of the technology improvement and how it can be utilized in other countries. I am much fascinated about the virtual lab being set up or already set up for the satellite and the decision support system which is being used by Oman. So I visited the country earlier and I know that this is a very good decision support system where one can compare, comprehend, and analyze the various types of forecast and products. And special compliments to all our colleagues in the NMHS of Oman for the cyclone forecast accuracy and working with RSMC to minimize the loss of lives and properties. As you can see, the Sagar, Mekun, Mekuno, Gonu, everywhere it has been a success story by minimizing the number of deaths. Even the recent time also in 2021, I think there was 2021, 22, there was a cyclone. The number of deaths was quite minimum. So it is possible, other than Cyclone Shaheen, yes, I remember now, Cyclone Shaheen. It is possible because of the early warning provided by NMHS, and of course, RSMC and the National Meteorological Service have worked together to address the science of early warning and providing service to the general public and disaster managers. So I just want to have one question. How is the virtual lab of satellite products are being used? In what way it can help the other countries?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Mahapatra, for your kind words. And as you mentioned, we are standing together with the RSMC in our success stories. RSMC also doing very big job in following and monitoring the North Indian Ocean for cyclones. And that's very important. And we get use also from the discussion, the very good scientific discussion that you made every 2 weeks. And we also, that is very helpful for us. We return to that discussion. We are standing together to forecast tropical cyclones in sake of minimizing, reducing the economical loss and the human loss. We use different, not too many from the INSAT, but we are trying to use what is available also from the websites and special products. For example, determine the exact wind speed from the satellite. And now we are in a stage of modifying also project here in Oman in coordination with UMSAT to create like a hub, a software where we can use specialized products for the satellite, not only the normal use of satellite to use some special products through satellite. And I advised R&D director of Oman Met Office to see the expertise in India and IMD in RSMC, to contact IMD, RSMC, and to see their experience in using INSAT and how we can also get benefits from that as a national center, and how we can communicate, integrate with each other, Doctor. And this part, satellite is very important for tropical cyclone forecast, and that's why we are going to focus in near future how to build our also capabilities on that part. With your help, Doctor, you are very advanced on these tools, and I know that, and that's why we are going in future working together to strengthen Oman Met Office in this part. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Abdullah. Thank you.
Dr. Sarfaraj, your question, please.
Yes. Yes, I have a question. Yes, I am Engineer Rashid from Yemen. Thank you very much, Dr. Alkhadouri Abdullah, for this excellent presentation.
شكرا شكرا أخي رشيد، شكرا، بارك الله فيكم.
Yeah, now, Dr. Sarfaraj, you can go ahead.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brother Abdullah, for excellent presentation. Yes, it was a very, very good presentation and a lot of lessons for as Dr. Mahapatra said, further NMHS also. I just wanted to know for tsunami modeling, which software inundation model, which one you are using?
Yeah, Gamba. From the company Gamba.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not also expert in this, but I know we are dealing with the Gamba company as a system provider for the tsunami for the tsunami systems.
Okay, so the seismic network is being operated by Oman Met Office, Oman Meteorological Service, seismic network.
Yeah. Regarding the seismic activities, in Oman, there is a national earthquake center related to the Sultan Qaboos University. They are responsible to create and to issue any reports about the earthquakes. However, Oman Met Office are responsible to warn and people about the tsunamis that are created by the sea earthquakes. But we are not responsible as Oman Met Office about the earthquake activities inland. We have some stations, seismic stations, but also connected to the National Earthquake Center in Sultan Qaboos University.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Have questions, please raise your hand. If not, then we are going ahead with the agenda. So now it's my turn to, and it's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all participants on behalf of WMSCAP panel on tropical cyclone. First of all, I extend my sincere thanks to our invited speaker, Mr. Abdullah Rashid Alkhadouri, Director General of Oman Meteorology. And we are very much thankful to you, sir, for your talk on climate of Oman and the effect of tropical cyclones. And from your lecture, we could able to know what is the capabilities and what are the advancement took place in Oman Meteorological Department, and then also what are the way you are doing your providing the services to the people, and how it is effectively reducing the loss of life and properties over your region. And we are also thankful to you, sir. You have established a good coordination with our RSMC and contributed in our RSMC training from since 2005 onwards. And recent cyclone in Sahil, we have noticed that good interaction with Oman and with our RSMC, and that will continue in future. So, and also we express our sincere thanks to all eminent delegates from WMSCAP, whoever, and member countries of PTC, and all permanent representatives from different countries whoever joining us today. And we have today Mr. Dubey also in the audience. We are thankful to you, sir. And we have today participants from Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand, Yemen, and Oman, India. So we are thankful to all participants to make it a success. And this is the 6th lecture. This lecture series will go on, and we want very active and participation from everyone. And we hope that in future this lecture series will get more popularity, and it will also improve our knowledge about the region and our efforts together to handle the cyclone and other disaster weather events. So we thank everyone, and now this is the time for a giant photograph. We request everyone to be open their camera. Little be patient, so that because we are 15 participants today, this is very great thing. So we'll be taking one by one all frames. Thank you everyone, and we'll see you again in the next week, next 7th lecture of this lecture series. Thank you for your participation.
Thank you, Dr. Das.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.